Hello, everyone. Welcome back to chess. I saw something exciting the other day. I noticed there's finally a puzzle from one of my games. We did it. We hit the big time. So I solved this myself when I was first presented with it, and it's kind of funny because when presented as a puzzle, it's very easy, and so I should have spotted it in my game. Um, but I didn't. I went back and checked in my game. I did not spot the answer, and it seems very clear to me here. We want to get our king towards the back of these pawns, right? Um, and the only way to do that is here, planning this, right? And eventually we can force them to either move a pawn, letting us take it, or move their king, letting us get here. Or maybe we make some break this way, I don't remember. But anyway, the idea is we just go here, they bring their king over, we go here, they bring their king up, and then I think, well, this move sucks, right? This is really the only option here that isn't stupid. We could go back, but there's no good reason to. They just step forward with the king, and then we're not happy. And there you go. That's the puzzle. Um, they can take here, but then takes, and we're closing in on this pawn, I think. Let's just play this out a bit. This seems like the most natural move for the opponent. Something like this is giving up a pawn for nothing, and this pawn is never going to go anywhere with my g pawn sitting there. Any king move, like I don't know, doesn't really do anything. We would just take here. This is guarded, so we're headed over to grab this guy now and win. So I think the only thing they can do that makes any sense is this. At which point, I guess we pick it up. And they want to go here, stopping us from forking the pawns, right? I'm not actually 100% sure why this is winning yet. Is it winning, in fact? Yeah. Okay. I guess this pawn's doing a good job of stopping the king from getting anywhere useful, right? I don't think I have time to go grab this guy. Maybe I can actually just push here. Takes, takes, and this king still can't approach. I'm not so excited about this, actually. Is it still winning? No. So we don't want to push here. Man, endgames are tricky, huh? Go after this pawn? Black comes down here to try to grab this guy. Ah, but this pawn is still protected. Right. So say the king tries to come down. This is the best you can do, and I'm in front of the pawn and winning. Okay. Let's see how much of that lines up with the computer analysis of what's going on in this ending. So this is the position we reach winning the puzzle. And then? Okay, it says king here, huh? Just grab the pawn. It says any other move is clearly losing. But it also thinks this is pretty losing, huh? Just needed a bit more time to analyze to discover that. Yeah. So with a deeper analysis, it says actually go ahead and take, which is the line I considered, right? Yeah. I said pick this up, and I thought next king here says that's fine. Going after either pawn is okay. I choose this one. And I thought king here says that's fine. Then we go after this one. King here's all right. Okay, so this is one of many lines the computer approves of. It says, you do whatever you want. You are getting murdered. Okay. There you go. How difficult was this puzzle? 1587. Yeah. No big surprise that I found this puzzle easy, but you know, it's a little bit too bad that that I didn't spot it in the game. Okay. I'll be right with you when we find a game. Okay, I'm back. We're playing as black. 1510 against Will Liam. Okay, d4, d4. What do I do about d4? I usually just like play it wrong is the answer. But okay. I feel like there was something about doing this. I don't know. Don't I want to get my bishop outside this pawn chain? I remember there being some reason I don't want to do that. Like I still remember some like article that I didn't really understand about structuring your pawns like this. Make these little triangles, get your pawns here, and keep, even though it hurts this bishop, for some reason that's still supposed to be good. I don't know. Like, what's wrong with putting this bishop out here? I'm putting this bishop out. I don't remember this stupid article. No, it was a video, I think? Yeah, I watched a video. Okay, we support here. I could support with a knight, but then they're still getting to trade a c-pawn for a d-pawn, which is an improvement. This way, I try to trade d-pawns. Maybe the reason for not doing this is that like it slows down something else you need to do. Like it's more important to get this pawn structure in shape in time or something. Now, we definitely cannot do this. This pawn is sort of overloaded. Also, this is just like, it's not threatened yet. Because the queen's guarding. We can't just push here yet. Because this pawn is stuck to both of these guys. But if we added another defender, we could. And I think developing this knight seems great. Anyway, I haven't really played chess on or off camera in like a week or two. And I'm starting to think that I'm like losing my zeal for chess and probably won't be doing many more videos. Just like thought I'd let you guys know. So they're prepping this. If they do it, I can still back up, right? Here, 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 back up, yes. So it's not urgent that I back up with the bishop now. In fact, I could prep this pawn move so that if they do attack, I can spend fewer bishop moves. Yeah, that's probably fine. What's this guy up to? Here? It's a good space. I could try to defend it. Like so. It also would be nice to have a pawn on this square, but not sitting on the square, but attacking it like so. But I don't really want my f-pawn doing that, so oh well. So this move seems okay. Here, knight here, takes. My knight has to move, but this is an alright square. Or here. Yeah, I think those are both okay. We could maybe tolerate a knight here for a little while. I'm not sure. Because I don't like that they get to retake with tempo against my knight. But we do get to... Oh! No, this is okay. right? I blocked my queen's view, but I added this knight. So I can take here, or I can take with the knight. If I want to allow them to trade a c-pawn for a d-pawn, but get a more advanced knight. I don't want that because of this push. Ah, my knight's not actually defending. Because if he goes there, he gets forked. That's cute. So I'm losing a pawn here, I think. Am I? I might be able to get out of it by trading knights. No, that knight won't be there. So here... Now here's fine, right? Here, and if they try to win the pawn with this knight takes, then I can take here, and there'll be this fork, but there won't be anything defending it. So I think I'm okay. What is this attack about? It pins the knight, which I'm, sure seems useful. Can I just play a6, attack the bishop, and he backs up, but we can push again? And I think that's all useful for me. I'm sort of tempted to leave it here because if this knight ever moves, there's this check, picking up the bishop. But I don't think the knight's going to move anytime soon. I'm a little worried about my knight becoming tied down more permanently. I don't know. Maybe I should just, like, improve the rook. Improve a bishop. Some move like that. Yeah, defending this is pretty useful, I think. I think I can tolerate this for a little while. Oh, I mean, they're gonna... yeah. No? Okay. Alright. Now I want to get rid of this pin. Okay. Great. Now... What if I push here? It attacks the knight, which is kind of cool. If takes, I get my bishop to a pretty good square, but I've weakened my queen side by trading these pawns, and I've given them this file. My pawn will become something tough to defend. But it would be really, really nice to get a bishop here, I think. I don't know. These pawns are so good. Like, why should I trade them for this kind of okay pawn? I don't think I should. The other thing is I could knight here, maybe, and head into this space, which is a nice place to be. I don't know. I kind of want to get castled. I could develop the bishop here, which is kind of slow. Yeah, I don't think I want to do this because it invites the bishop back here. Yeah. So let's not. I suppose queen here, pinning the knight, and then this might be interesting. But they can actually just duck the exchange, and I don't like this pawn anymore. Well, no, I would be attacking the knight. So here... Now they can't take, because the queen's attacking the rook in that case. They would have to actually move the knight somewhere bad, like here. That's a thought. But there's probably some cool response opponent has to this that makes me feel bad, right? I don't know. What would they do? Get into a hole in my position? I could tolerate that. Castles probably would be good, I guess. I kind of like putting my queen here. She can't be kicked away because the bishop is in the pawn's path. I think the whole idea of this is to get my bishop here. Somewhere where it can actually peer into the enemy position. I suspect this queen move is wrong, but I couldn't, like, see why. That's a cool idea. Now, if pawn moves, the knight just retreats, say, well, not there, but here, maybe. And now my pawn is pinned to my queen. And I kind of have some issues, I think. Yeah. Okay, I don't like how this turned out. I thought for a moment here, attacking the bishop, so it has to leave, right? But that's just horrible, because they get this attack on the queen anyway. I think I probably have to admit defeat on this attack. I don't really see anything else clever I can do to make it work. I mean, maybe I could just live through this? Support it? But it's just like a permanent liability. What about just invading with the bishop? First? To stop castles? What exactly are you doing to get rid of this bishop? Bring this guy back, I guess. Yeah. I think my queen just has to leave. Oh, if I go here, there's stuff like this rook move that's also problematic. I think I have to go here. Yuck. I should like work more on my time management because my opponent has been moving very quickly, and I assume it's because they're like doing a good job of thinking on my turns. This is my bad bishop and their good bishop. I think I'm okay with this trade. But I don't have to take it now. I could wait, but then I get this broken up. Yeah, let's just go ahead and trade, and then get my bishop out to here. He seems good here. Anyway, I'm not so good at thinking on my opponent's turns. Like I'm describing a lot of stuff. I guess my opponents rarely have any time to think. There's not much opponent time to think of because I'm just what's the word I'm thinking of? when you go on and on about something. Expositing is not quite what I meant. Something like that. When you talk at length. Anyway, on my own time, so my opponent doesn't. There's no chance for my opponent's time to tick down. Anyway, castles is a reasonable next move. So is rook c8, I think. Their queen is a little bit precarious there. So, like, being x-rayed by a rook would be nice. Yeah, I kind of like that. Rook here, and then this. Threatening the knight. So rook here, knight obviously can't move. I guess you move the queen next, but where? Yeah, I don't know, this seems good. Get a major piece of the open file. This knight's kind of had a funny life so far, right? He was threatening to discover an attack on my queen, and now if he moves, he's discovering an attack on the enemy queen. Does this work? The knight can't move. I don't think it does work. Because takes... takes. The knight still can't move. But... But I don't think we can really do anything to pressure it much. I think I should castle first. Get another defender for the sea rook. They're threatening, like, with all this stuff. Might be kind of cool to double here, maybe? Okay, they're dodging with the queen. Makes sense. Knight here? Seems bad. Takes. Takes. Probably takes. Takes, and in the end, the queen captures and I'm down a pawn. Seems bad. Okay. Yeah, let's just go for the double. Ooh, preparing this perhaps? Preparing pawn push perhaps would be more alliterative. I still think this doesn't work, right? It shouldn't be too bad. I don't know. I think they're getting something with this push soon. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about it. I might like to do stuff like this if given enough time, but I shouldn't be. I might have to settle for just this, which I don't think accomplishes much. Okay, we don't take here. This is too well defended. We wait and make them take here. Oh, this is just hanging now, isn't it? I didn't notice that. This was an important defender. Knight takes here is just good, I think. But, okay, I mean, that might create some liabilities for them to have to babysit that night, hopefully. I don't think it actually does. The funny thing is, if I attack the knight, as I was planning, they can actually just duck to here. I didn't notice the weakness of this spot. I think I don't react to that yet, right? We attack the knight first. Okay. And they get to hide down here. We want to avoid that trade, obviously. Oh, if we take with rook, my rook is hanging, isn't it? But that's fine. I can trade again. I think they'd rather take with bishop because they want this rook here. Okay, fine. I guess I kind of have to make this trade, right? I guess so. And I don't want now to take with the pawn. This file, why would I open it, right? Instead, put a knight here. Now, this knight is out of moves. All I have to do is attack him with another piece. The problem is, like, the only way I could do that is with a knight. No, that's fine. That's fine. I saw that, and I remembered I can take with the queen. It's a little bit sad, because my bishop was pretty good, but so was their knight, right? He was in a pretty good spot. He couldn't move, but he was restricting me a lot. Okay, so my opponent won a bishop for a knight. That's very lovely. But your bishop kind of sucks. Okay. So threatening this knight capture, obviously. But I think... Nope, that doesn't work because of the bishop, right? I think we take here, planning this next, if recaptures. They may retake with queen, attacking here, which is kind of a neat idea. Hmm. It's an interesting in-betweener. I don't know. Why don't I just take this? They can retake here, but they were going to do that anyway, right? I feel like this in-betweener might be better, because then... when they move the queen... First of all, it can't move anywhere defending the knight. When they move the queen possibly here, I still have this capture. I'm losing this as well. That doesn't seem so great, actually. It'd be nice to attack the bishop. Yeah, I feel like the opponent is ahead here, for sure. I could go here, attack both of these pawns, and defend my own. That's probably better. Also, staying on a light square is good. Opponent might try something like this, maybe, to team up on my pawn. But if they go for that, I can pick up this pawn when they take it, so it doesn't seem that important. Is it possible that I should be developing the king? What about some wacky knight move like this? Threatening this fork to win the bishop if they take it. I think I have a chance to make a cool knight move. Yeah. The queen is kind of tied down to here. I think now's my chance to do something about that. Oh, that doesn't work! When they take here, they're defending the bishop. Oh, you big dummy. Well, ran out of time, kind. I mean, I don't know. I'm short on time, and therefore, like, maybe not making the best moves. Ugh, just threw away the knight there. Now I'm super dead. Yeah, I saw this was hanging, but I didn't. Yeah, if I had gone, I don't know, somewhere else with the knight, maybe. It doesn't really work. Just didn't really visualize what the board would look like after queen takes. I don't know, this pawn's dead, but it was kind of dead anyway. Well, that was a cool knight move, all right. This pawn isn't dead yet. The bishop is still under attack. So the queen is tied down. They have to move the bishop first. It's actually tough to put it somewhere where the queen isn't attacking it, now that I look at it. They want this. Okay. Can I defend? I think so. I don't think that works. What's the trick here? Okay, so you've freed up the bishop now, and you're piling up on this. That seems pretty cool for you. And I can't really get my queen there to defend it in any way. I could attack the bishop, but queen takes comes with check. Okay. Oh, no, this isn't checkmate. Pawn's watching. Oh, is it checkmate? I only have one legal move now. And then this is game over? Nice. No, it's pinned. Ha! Oh, there's a bishop. Okay. Sad, sad, sad. When did this X appear? Oh, I see. It's an accessibility thing, sort of, right? If you can't tell the coloring when gray turns to green because it's on, now there's an X or a check mark whether it's on. Nice. Anyway, I don't really know what I'm doing in d4 openings, but the opening seems to go okay for me. This queen move is just bad, I'm pretty sure. I should have settled for something more less ambitious, like put a rook on the open file or a bishop like here probably would both be okay. And maybe after rook here, some attack on the knight would have worked out. What's opponent doing from here? Maybe castles? Yeah, seems fine. The problem is now there's not really any attack on the knight because he can just move if things get too hot. I think we just do something quiet like develop the bishop and get castled and move into a totally okay position. Okay, instead we did all this stuff, which didn't really work out. Did I have to trade here? I'm pretty sure I did. Getting the rooks here seemed fine. This was a mistake. I think. Because if here I can't take it. And I don't think I can really exploit it being there either. Like, I kind of have to trade rooks. And then again. Oh, in the end I have this? Wow. If queen takes, I win the queen. If the queen moves, I get this rook. Or knight. Huh. This is actually bad, huh? Did I have something like that in the actual game? No, because they didn't let me capture something here. Could I have done this immediately? I don't think so. There's too much going on over here. Right? They can just, for example, take. No, they're dropping a piece up here. Maybe I can do this. I thought that the square is very well defended, but it's not. This knight is busy. With this rook being attacked so many times. Well, right. I can force this rook to uncommit itself over here. I think this still works out fine for the opponent. Actually, they could do this. No, that overloads the. I think it would probably be fine actually, right? Because takes. And now if takes here, they can queen take. They're not dropping the bishop. So I don't think this actually works. The knight being here is good enough. So didn't I? Right, I looked at this and it doesn't work. I think. Let's go through it one more time. We have takes. Oops. Takes. And if rook takes, there are problems. But what if bishop takes? I think they're similar, right? Now take here. The rook isn't really defending this square. Because you don't want to do this. Right? So I think that I wasn't really creating a weakness here. That's interesting. But I also don't think that I had some tactic here. And so maybe pushing a4 5 was fine. I ignored this threat, which I think was good. If I retake, I don't really think anything very great is happening to me. At this point, I kind of have to trade rooks, and then I have to trade rooks again. But I get this cool knight. I guess this whole thing ended up losing the bishop for a knight, which isn't ideal. But also not the end of the world, I think. So suppose I take here takes. Don't I just win a pawn? Why wouldn't I do that? I didn't even consider that. I don't know. This pawn is kind of sketchy, but the queen can get to it without too much trouble, I think. I don't know. Stuff like this is going to get pretty unpleasant, actually. No, because I have this check. Yeah, this seems great. It seems like a definite improvement. I mean, I guess they want queen here. No, right. It doesn't work because your back rank is vulnerable. You have to address that before you can start attacking me. It's the fact that my back rank is also vulnerable. It's not that much of a concern. Right. For example, let me just put it on the boards that I see that I thought about it during analysis. You could trade queens, I suppose, if you wanted. I don't think that would be so great. But maybe your bishop is better enough in the endgame with both a fairly open endgame that it's okay to be down a pawn. Like my knight. A fairly open endgame where both sides matter. A bishop should be quite a bit better than a knight. Maybe they want to trade down. And I want to get these pawns moving over here, I guess, because my knight is currently tying this all down well enough. I could try something like getting to a light square, but if here, I can't actually get them both to a light square. Maybe that's fine. I get a really strong knight this way. And I can threaten stuff like this. Yeah, that actually seems pretty good. So maybe they shouldn't trade queens. Maybe they back off. Oh, but then I win the bishop, right? So if I do this, they have to trade queens. Let me just show on the analysis why that's bad. Okay, so we get that. So all that to say, I don't think they should allow queen here. And I was imagining queen here might be something they would want. Oh no, God, they can't do that because this, yes. So what do you do instead? Take a pawn to weaken my support over here, maybe? But then I get this knight move, which is kind of fun. I don't have to put a pawn all by itself here. I can get a knight. And then I have to move the queen in a way that defends this, by the way. I don't know. So anyway, I think that capture would have been a big improvement for me. Instead, we got this. And then I blundered everything. Yeah. A thing that I missed is that all of the interesting places I could put my knight that attack the queen are also guarded by this bishop. Or rather, they're on the same color square as the bishop. So if the queen goes to one of them, she'll be defending the bishop, basically. Like, there's a couple exceptions, I could go here, but that's not interesting. It doesn't attack the queen. So I don't know, maybe something like this would have been good. Not sure the exact purpose of this move. Just stop this. Get a little space for myself. Yeah, I want to block this pawn in so the bishop can't infiltrate very far. Right? With these pawns kind of stuck, the bishop is fairly weak. I think you would like to try something like this. I don't know if it works, because that blocks the queen's view of d1. I'm not sure that's a problem. Like, this is kind of mandatory, I think. Yeah, and then I could play knight here. The bishop's pinned. So I don't think you can play bishop here to try to improve things. I think instead you would rather play something like queen over here to attack this pawn. But you can't because I have this fork. So I think it's really nice to leave the queen where she is on a4 until something good happens. The enemy pieces are all kind of tied down. Wait. When I looked at... When I looked at this... No. When I looked at bishop d2, I said, oh, I have this cool idea. And then I can take with the knight. But all right, yeah. The bishop is there, but it's pinned. Okay. I forgot already about the pin. I'm so bad at pins. Oh. So I was just like trying to figure out what I could have done instead of throwing away my knight. Obviously, just about anything would be better, but I think this is fine. All right, let's finally see what the computer has to say. Yeah. Oh, I had a really good position a minute ago. Was that when I failed to, Really? Just promote. I didn't even think about this. Wow. I guess I should be hitting like learn from your mistakes. Don't peek at the eval and the best move arrows. So this was bad. Do I have this or this? I think it might be better to play knight here first, because you want the option to retake with the pawn later forking. Although, like, that doesn't even work because it would be undefended at that point. They would just take it with the queen, I think. So maybe it's pawn takes. They kind of have to address that, probably with this knight. And then I get to trade a rook if I want. I'm not sure why this is advantageous for me, though. Can I do this? I was looking at this a while, like, during the game, as I recall, and I just thought it didn't really work. Wasn't enough support for it. But maybe there is. Like, it doesn't lose me a pawn, at least. And it gets a bishop here attacking like so. Trying to deflect the defender of this square, maybe? And a defender of the back rank? Yeah, that's not good. Am I supposed to take here? It says that's fine, but it would prefer knight takes. So I thought about knight takes. And I didn't think it was doing anything that amazing. Right? Because queen takes, and now what? I guess I get my rook to a pretty good square. I could just develop my knight attacking the queen, and that's kind of cool, I guess. It's saying they should trade rooks. Wait. Why don't I just take their queen? What's the tactic here? What is the tactic here? They can take my rook with check, and then take the knight. I see. So the problem is this check. And I don't know, either bishop block or king here. I'm not really sure. Probably king here, so we don't get the bishop pinned. Bishop and king both pinned to each other, and then this, and I'm up a queen, but I'm down a rook and a knight. Whereas it would be much better to just be like up a rook from this position, right? I'm not saying I'm winning a rook because like they just sacked a rook, but from here I would rather win a rook than trade a rook and a knight for a queen. Okay, that's why this is right. And it's actually saying like queen all the way in the corner. Kind of cool. Okay, but anyway, next mistake, please. This is the same mistake. No, it's not. This is after they captured. It's saying don't do. No, I just ignored that and attacked here. I think they're saying that's bad. Put a knight on a good square. Yeah. I thought. Ah. They can move the knight with an attack on the queen, so I end up losing material. They found the wrong knight move. That's why this doesn't work. Yeah, and then here I was winning because of this. Queen here is how you would like to defend. Oops. But it's covered by the queen, so game over. Yes, we only trade queens, but my queen is reborn. And so you might instead, I don't know, like it's just game over at this point if I find the pawn push. So I guess you try to keep one queen on. Okay. And then yeah, this move. I was still winning, and I just found the wrong idea. I found an idea, but didn't like vet it thoroughly because of here defending the bishop. And I was looking at this in the analysis. Doesn't like that so much, huh? This idea? That's true. It forks two of my pawns. I get... Wait. Don't I get this, though? Get my king off the back rank, maybe? I don't see anything very productive to do. Maybe just this? Deny the queen access into here, give my king a way to get off the back rank and still protect the f-pawn? No? I don't know. What's the answer? Retreat the queen to here. Why? Oh. He's x-raying the d-pawn. So suppose queen here, as the computer recommends. one thing we could note, oh no, my pawn's in danger. And maybe we should do something about that, I don't know. But one alternative we have would be to take here. Sacrificing the knight, but picking up the bishop. And, you know, it's still... Ah, we win 2 pawns for 1 this way. So this wins a pawn. If opponent allows it. By playing queen here. Doesn't it? It doesn't like that. It says just defend your pawn first. But why not? Why not this? Now we're up a pawn. We have a pretty active queen. I don't understand why it's not as good as it was before. I guess they have this passer. No. Maybe my a pawn is too important to give up like that. More important than both of these pawns? I don't know. I get this passer. It seems good to me. So why is this better? Maybe I can do both things? It says queen here. I guess the point is right now, everything is just held together quite neatly for me. So now I have time to make some slower moves. Opponent doesn't really have any attack. And this bishop sucks, as I said before. And you can't really improve them because all these pawns are stuck. If they move, we pounce and win a pawn. I see. So these pawns are actually almost a liability for white, not an asset. I shouldn't be trading this valuable pawn for these 2 problem pawns. Let's exit, learn from your mistakes. So I can see more clearly what's going on with all this stuff. Yeah, and I guess we're just going to make a few more, like, consolidating moves before we go in for anything. I don't know. Stockfish is going to shuffle around a bunch, but what's the eventual idea? Shuffle some more? Okay. Okay, but now the bishop gets to here, I guess. That's kind of cool, isn't it? What am I doing about that? I guess if so, I win this. Now, why not bishop here? It says that's a big mistake because of knight here. I mean, we're winning this pawn, obviously. Well, no, because bishop here? This is even worse. Oh, that's interesting. This square is really important. I don't know if it's considering... Okay, yeah, knight can go there. But one line that I saw was... was like... I imagine somehow, like, right, queen here attacking this pawn, which seems kind of pointless. But suppose the opponent doesn't, like, do anything about it. Suppose they just, you know, move this. Oh, well, that's even worse. Okay, here, I guess, whatever. Now they grab this, but yeah, we get to attack the bishop. My point was, I was imagining that if the queen, I couldn't find any nothing moves for them. If the queen stays here, there will be some tactic. If we can attract the king to this square, the knight will fork the king and queen. So my idea was queen sack, and then win the queen back. There doesn't seem to be any concrete lines that actually lead to that, but that was kind of like a thing that... Why Like, why is bishop here bad? I don't totally get it, but it might be related to e3. Okay, anyway, were there any more blunders for me? I think it was just that last one, right? Really? Oh, those are my opponent's blunders. Thank you. Yeah, this was my last mistake. All right, it gets like confused when you navigate around and stuff, but yeah. So I had kind of a missed win here, and then I threw away a small advantage, an edge, into a completely lost position. Okay, well, that was a game of chess. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.